My name is Sarah Zelenak. I'm a tutor and a trainer with the Reading and Language Arts Centers, and I want to talk to you today about guided reading. More specifically, when guided reading might not be enough. As a trainer, I have the opportunity to meet lots of teachers and administrators, and something that I commonly hear is that they're doing guided reading in their classrooms, so they're getting small group time in, but there are some students who are still struggling. Maybe one of their lower groups or even just a couple of students aren't quite getting it. In fact, sometimes they even have non-readers in their groups and they're wondering, what else can I do to help these students? So today I want to talk to you not only about guided reading, but why you might want to consider bringing something like Phonics First into your classrooms and your literacy programs as well, because it can help support those struggling readers when guided reading just quite isn't enough. First of all, let's talk about what guided reading is. Guided reading is when a teacher works with a small group of students who are grouped because they read at a similar level and they have similar needs in regard to reading instruction. Now, these students are all reading the same text, and it's a text that's challenging. It offers some opportunities for problem solving, but it's also one that the students can read fairly fluently and can already begin to comprehend. What the teacher does is she monitors the students' reading, offers instruction in problem-solving strategies and higher-level comprehension skills, and also facilitates discussion about those problem-solving strategies, about things that good readers do, and also about the text, so she gets the students to engage with a deeper meaning. Ultimately, the goal of guided reading is to help our students become good readers who can read a wide variety of texts easily and apply problem-solving strategies when they need to, so that they're able to come to a deeper understanding, get at the deeper meaning of the text. But that doesn't necessarily mean that it's the correct reading instruction for every student. So now let's go ahead and talk about what students truly will benefit from guided reading. Students who are going to benefit from guided reading are already focusing on the meaning of what they're reading, and they're already starting to apply some problem-solving strategies. That means that they're students who have already mastered the mechanics of language. They've got those basics down, they've got a pretty firm foundation, and they're very good decoders because they're now able to focus on more sophisticated skills. They're also students who can self-monitor while they're reading so that they know to apply problem-solving strategies when they encounter some sort of challenge. And of course, for guided reading to work, the students have to be able to fluently read the guided reading text. So if you have students who don't meet those criteria, if there are students who haven't mastered the mechanics of language, if there are students who aren't able to self-monitor yet, they're not able to apply problem-solving strategies, maybe because they're still focusing on accuracy, or if you have students who aren't able to read an appropriate text fluently, guided reading might not be the best instructional approach for them. They might need something else, something like Phonics First. How can Phonics First help? Well, Phonics First is going to prepare students with the foundational skills that they need to eventually become successful at guided reading. When students are assessed for guided reading groups and for what text is going to be at their instructional reading level, if accuracy is a problem, then accuracy needs to be the first thing that's addressed in instruction. And accuracy really is being able to read the text with about 90% or higher of an accuracy rate. So any students who aren't at that level, who are working on accuracy, that needs to be the instructional focus first before they can later attend to the things that guided reading addresses. So Phonics First is going to be essential for those readers because it's going to give direct, systematic, and sequential instruction in the mechanics of reading in phonics and decoding. If students are able to master those skills, later they'll be able to attend to meaning when they come to their guided reading groups. Phonics First is also going to give controlled decoding practice, and a lot of it, which is what those struggling readers need. Sound level fluency is necessary before students can build word level fluency, which is necessary before they can have connected text fluency. So Phonics First is going to give a lot of controlled practice developing automaticity at the sound level so that later it can be applied into words and into connected texts. So what you're really looking at is Phonics First as giving your students a great foundation to get them to be able to read fluently and accurately, and then they will be the students who are able to benefit from guided reading. Non-fluent readers, struggling readers, cannot attend to comprehension like is necessary to participate in a guided reading group. All their energy at first is going into decoding and reading accurately. There's really nothing left for them to focus on meaning with. Only after they've got decoding and fluency down are they able to start to bring in comprehension. So after that, they'll be able to work on fluency, including prosody, and a little bit of comprehension. And that is the point at which they're going to be able to benefit from guided reading. So Phonics First can be brought into the classroom or into the school environment to really help support those struggling readers and give them the skills and strategies that they need to be able to be successful at guided reading. And there's several different ways that Phonics First can fit in a school, in a classroom, or even fit right in guided reading itself. The first option is for that small group of struggling readers to do Phonics First lessons instead of guided reading lessons until they're able to more fully participate and benefit from the guided reading strategy, the guided reading instructional approach. The second way is to have a struggling group of students alternate between Phonics First lessons and skills and guided reading lessons and skills. That small group of struggling readers really should be seen quite frequently by the teacher, multiple times a week. So it's feasible that one time could be for phonics and another time could be for guided reading. And then while they're doing the guided reading lesson, they can also be practicing the Phonics First skills and strategies that they got at some other point throughout that week. A third way is to integrate some of the Phonics First skills and some of the Phonics First strategies right into the guided reading lesson. There's a really important component of Phonics First, the 3-part drill that's done at the beginning of a Phonics First lesson that helps build automaticity because students get letter sound connections in a visual and auditory way, and then they also apply them to blending words. That's a component that could be used right in the guided reading group to help warm the students up before they go into the guided reading lesson. And that would be an excellent way for those struggling readers to help build their fluency and build their decoding skills. Or finally, as a fourth option, Phonics First could be a completely separate intervention. So students could still be getting guided reading in their classroom, but then at another time they could be getting an intervention of Phonics First. So I hope that gave you some thoughts about why you might want to look at incorporating a program like Phonics First in with your guided reading to really help target those struggling readers, those ones that guided reading just doesn't seem to be enough for. Please check out our website, rlac.com, or feel free to contact anyone at RLAC. We would be happy to help you find some more information and talk about more ways that you can help reach those struggling students.